very much. I'm going to just talk about what is Ambassador for Peace Medal here. What we are doing, I just want to appreciate, and I'm very actually honored to invite all of you here, so we can talk about that a little later, but I just want to say, Consul General Kim, thank you very much that you are having this event in here. What we are going to witness shortly is a matter presentation from the Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs of Republic of South Korea through the Consul General. This commemorative medal is an expression of deep appreciation and gratitude from the South Korean government to veterans who served in the Korean War from June 25, 1950 to July 27, 1953, or to veterans who participated in UN peacekeeping operations until the end of 1955. The Ambassador for Peace Medal was initially presented to veterans as a special memento for those who returned to South Korea through the Revisit program, and has since been expanded to veterans who cannot travel the long journey to Korea. This is what brings us together for today's very special ceremony to honor our distinguished guests, these special Korean War veterans in front of us. And now that I am inviting Veronica Moreno for singing American National Anthem. She's from Veteran Service, service employee. So, Veronica? Oh, okay.
Would everyone please rise? If you're a veteran, you may salute. If everyone else would assume a position of attention.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's radiant glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're here today for some honored guests who, when time of war, they answered that call of duty on behalf of the United States of America to go and stand with our staunch allies in Korea to help push back the Chinese invasion and restore the Republic of South Korea. These guests that we have with us today, they will be called up shortly for a medal ceremony. Some have not arrived, but we have 18 special individuals. We're going to call the roll call regardless of their presence or not. And if you would hold your applause to the end. For you gentlemen and or ladies who are able to stand, would you please stand when your name is called? First we have Robert Mitsuru Wada, who was a United States Marine from 1951 to 1952. Thank you for your service, sir. Next we have his brother, Henry Takashi Wada, who was also in the Marine Corps from 1950 to 1951. What the heck? Go ahead and applaud. They deserve it. We have time. Next, we have Gilbert E. Johnson, United States Marine Corps, 1952 to 1953. And here's Gilbert over here in his red sweater. Next, we have James Suoka, United States Army, who served from 1952 to 1953. And I believe, did she make it? Oh, there she is. This is his widow. And we need you down front. You are down front, man. You're right here. Could we escort her right here in the front row to where we have James C. And would everybody please silence, I forgot to say this, please turn off your cell phones. Out of respect for the ceremony, turn off your cell phones, put them away. It's only going to be 1 hour of your life. You can turn them back on and go continue with it. And ma'am, what's your name? Isumi. Isumi. So Isumi is here on behalf of James, and you're holding it. Sorry. And she's holding a picture of her husband. Next we have Clayton E. Dillard, United States Marine Corps from 1954 to 1955. Clayton, are you with us, sir? Okay, Clayton, you need to be over here with the guest of honors. Let's have an applause for Clayton. You can sit anywhere you like, where there's an open seat. And see if I'm going to slaughter this one, if it's spelled right. I have Frabkus X. Gasper, United States Army, from 1951 to 1952. Frabkus, are you with us, sir?
I think you have my name wrong.
Ah, okay. They probably do. I'll bet it's Francis. What is your first name, so we say it? Francis.
Right.
I thought that would be, but I didn't want to make that presumption.
With an I.
With a Francis with an I. Being escorted by a Francis with an I. I can tell you already, we're going to have to correct the certificate and get another one to you shortly. We'll do so before you leave. Next, we have Dale Robert Dowson, United States Army from 1953 to 1954. And Dale is here represented by his son, Robert J. Dowson. And again, he's got a photo of his dad. Thank you, sir. Next, we have Patrick Ruzgarian, United States Army, 1951 to 1952. And Patrick is represented by
His wife, Harriet.
his wife, Harriet. Harriet, thank you very much for being here today on behalf of Patrick. Next, we have Ernesto Galvan from the United States Army, 1950 to 1952. And he is represented by his son, Rolando Galvan. Thank you, sir, for being here. You a veteran as well, sir?
Yes, I
You
am.
were in that EOD,
Yes, Iraq.
Iraq? United States Army?
Army EOD.
Very good. Thank you for your service as well, sir. Next, we have William Melvin Bauer from Huntington Beach, United States Navy. There you go. And his son is here today, and I was his son. I didn't get, what's your name, sir?
Dennis Bauer.
Dennis. Okay, thank you, Dennis, for being here on behalf of your father.
And I'm a veteran too.
And you're a veteran with
Army,
United States Army
where I went to Korea.
in Korea as well? Okay. After the war? You look
During
close to
Viet-
my age.
During Vietnam.
Okay, so during Vietnam. Okay.
I don't make it.
No, they tell us to go, you go. All right, and next we have Calvin John Ellenfeld, United States Air Force, 1948 to 1952. And he's represented by his son, John Ellenfeld, who has a picture of his father as well. John, thank you for being here, sir. Next we have Richard M. Birch, United States Army, 1953 to 1954. Okay, we can still honor him with applause. Looks like he's not present. Next we have A. Lawrence Tabor, United States Navy, 1951 to 1953. Is Lawrence here? We can still honor him with a round of applause. Next we have Hilbert Carson, United States Navy, 1952 to 1955. Hilbert, are you present? Okay, we can still honor Hilbert. Next we have Angelo Lombardo, United States Navy, 1952 to 1953. Present accounted for. Thank you, sir. Next we have Ronald A. Asherman, United States Marine Corps, from 1954 to 1955. Thank you, sir, for being here. Then we have Roy E. Farmer, United States Navy, 1951 to 1954. And he is represented by his son. What's your name, sir?
David.
David, and I'll bet that's his grandson?
Great-grandson.
And great-grandson. What's his name?
Christopher.
So, son David and great-grandson Christopher. Thank you for being here, sir. You're wearing that cover, so you were
Vietnam.
a veteran. Very good. What service, sir?
Navy.
United States Navy. Thank you for your service as well. And then, last of our guests today, we have S. He Lee, United States Army, from 1951 to 1953. Thank you, sir. Now, as well, for these people, these ladies and gentlemen, are the reason that we're here today. We also have with us to partake in this ceremony and to witness this honoring of the veterans who served. We have some Korean War veterans groups with us. So over to my left, as I introduce you, would you stand and let the crowd know that you're here? First, we have the Korean Veteran Association in Western Region of the United States of America, President Wan-Joong Kim, former President Nam Dae-cho Hung-ki Park, and Secretary General Sang Man-soo. Gentlemen, please stand. Thank you. Salute you back. I'm a Marine. I can do that. Next, we have the Korean Veterans Association in the Southwestern region of the USA, represented by President James Lee. Mr. Lee and his group. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next, we have the Association of the Republic of Korea Army, U.S. West Chapter, and Korea Army Veterans Association in Southern California, represented by President Man Kyu-choi and his group.
Sir.
Next, we have the Korea Retired Field Grade Officers Association of Western Region USA, represented by President Jae Gon-jin. And then we have the Korean Vietnam War Veterans Association here today, represented by President Jung Hwan-jung. And then we want to have a big round of applause for the One Hearts Women Club, whose president, Soo Kyung-ju, is here, and they are helping provide the refreshments and everything afterwards. Thank you, ladies. You know, every one of these veterans can tell you, whenever they're not in the front lines, forward edge of the battle area fighting the enemy, there's nothing more enjoyable than when you're R&R, or than when you see the American folks there from the USO serving their troops. It's like a little taste of home, huh, gentlemen? Greatly appreciated. So, same thing here today. Thank you so much. It's titled the Ambassador for Peace Official Proclamation. It is a great honor and pleasure to express the everlasting gratitude of the Republic of Korea and our people for the service you and your countrymen have performed in restoring and preserving our freedom and democracy. We cherish in our hearts the memory of your boundless sacrifice in helping reestablish our free nation. In grateful recognition of your dedicated contributions, it is our privilege to proclaim you as an ambassador for peace. With every good wish of the Republic of Korea, let each of us affirm our mutual respect and friendship that they may endure for generations to come. Signed, the Minister of Patriots and Veterans Affairs, Republic of Korea. At this time, I'd like to bring back to the podium Vice Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Michelle Steele, 2nd District.
Thank you very much. Tim is actually a Marine, so he works with me and he tells me what to do. So, I just follow his order. So thank you very much for today. This is really special day for me because, I am very much honored to be here because my both parents fled from North Korea and they both came down to Busan. You know where Busan is, right? And they started their dating when they were in college. So I always tell servicemen and women that if you are not there in Korean War, I was never born. So I cannot be here. So I just want to say thank you. And I know how much you really love Korea. And you know, you are the ambassador and diplomats of U.S. that you are actually promoting Korea, and I really appreciate that. This is a great country. I'm a first-generation Korean American. I was born in Korea and raised in Japan, and I get elected with my accent. So think about that, you know, representing you. And I'm so grateful to be U.S. citizen and legally. So, you know, this is a special day, and I want to say thank you to Consul General Kim to give me this opportunity that I can be serving you here and recognizing you. Our Korean War veterans we are losing them because they are getting older and older, and I see so many young people here too. I thought he was one of the son. But you know, this is just amazing what you did, and that's why Korea is very much prospered now, and they are really growing. Without your sacrifice, there's just no way Korea could be survived. So thank you very much what you do, and thank you very much loving Korea. Thank you very much that your service, really appreciate it. And I'm gonna ask Consul Kim to come up and remarks that he's gonna give.
While he comes to the podium, it was just pointed out to me I made an egregious error, and we don't want to move forward without this, because this is a very important group to us here in Orange County. I neglected to introduce the Korean War Veterans Association of Orange County and its president, Hak-Byung Choi. Sir, thank you. And your members. Thank you, Mr. Consul General.
Yeah. Very good morning, everyone. 안녕하세요 in Korean. Honorable Korean War veterans, beloved family members, and Supervisor Michelle Steele, and ladies and gentlemen. This morning, I am very humble and honored to stand before you. I mean, such courageous heroes like you. And first of all, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to you for your noble contribution to safeguard the freedom on the Korean Peninsula and uphold the liberal democracy all around the world. Your sublime sacrifice for our country on and off the battlefield is unfathomable and will never be forgotten. Thanks to your bravery and ultimate sacrifice of the fallen heroes and more than 8,000 Mias in the battlefield, Korea is now thriving democracy. When the total darkness swept over the peninsula, you kept the burning torch of liberty alight. Korea sincerely owes a debt of gratitude to tens of thousands of American heroes like you. Today, many family members, including descendants and wives of the veterans, join us, and their sacrifice deserves the utmost respect, and each and every day as well. And the courage and strength that you have displayed deserve the highest gratitude. I never doubt they are the American heroes. I also want to thank the Japanese-American veterans, Mr. Wada brothers, and the Taiwanese-American veterans, Mr. Lee Soo-hee. Yeah. Soo-hee. And in this room, I believe each of you has a pile of stories to tell about what you have gone through during the war and afterwards. From the bottom of my heart, I thank for your bravery and dedication to a cause of freedom and liberal values that you incessantly have embodied for your whole life. I will always keep you in my prayer for your health and happiness. Thank you so much. 감사합니다.
Robert Mitsuda Wada. Robert, would you please come forward? Let's bring you over toward the flags if we could. Consul General.
가운데.
Yeah, yeah.
In the center, there you go. Now Vice Chairman Steele will present. And let's pose for a picture.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Next, we're going to bring to the podium Mr. Henry Takashi Wada, United States Marine.
Yeah, please, consent.
Next, we have Gilbert E. Johnson, United States Marine.
Push plus.
같이 오세요, 같이. Come together. Take a picture together. Okay, good.
Very much for your service for not just Korean but Vietnam War too. This is your challenge coin. You're gonna get free drinks.
Yeah, one more. One more? Yeah, okay, great.
Next, we're going to bring up the wife of United States soldier James Suoka. Receive his medal certificate.
All done? Great.
Next, we bring up United States soldier Francis Caspar with an I.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Congratulations. Yeah, yeah.
Toward this.
Yeah.
Then challenge coin here, so you can get free drink.
Next, we recognize United States soldier Dale Robert Downson. His son, Robert, will receive
You're gonna be okay?
on behalf of his father.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, congratulations.
Next, we recognize Patrick Ruzgarian. Here to receive on his behalf is a United States soldier, is his wife Harriet. Next, we have Ernesto Galvan, United States soldier, represented by his son, Rolando, who will receive.
내 뒤통수가 저렇게 생겼구나. 보니까 저렇게 많이 빠졌네 머리가. 예, 저기 보니까 내 머리가 이만큼 빠졌구나.
Next, we have William Malvin Bauer, United States sailor, represented by his son, Dennis. One of Dennis's other duties is with American Legion Post 131. They put on some great ceremonies for the veterans at the Huntington Beach Pier every year, Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Thank you, Dennis. Next, we have Calvin John Ellenfeld, United States Air Force, represented by his son, John, who shall receive. Next, we have Richard M. Birch, United States soldier. Was Richard here today? I don't think he made the roll call. Okay, we're gonna set Richard's certificate and medal aside, and we'll get that to Richard, but we thank you for his service. Next, we have Mr. A. Lawrence Tabor, United States Navy. Lawrence, did you make it? Looks like he didn't get here in time either. We're gonna set Lawrence's aside. Thank him for his service. Next, we have Hilbert Carson, United States Navy. His wife, did he make it? Was he? He's one of the ones? Okay. He also was not able to get here in time. We'll get that to him. Then we have Angelo Lombardo, United States Navy. Angelo, would you come forward, sir?
Come join us.
Bring her down center. Let's bring her wife right down center so she can get a great picture. Come right over here, man. Right here, beside Renee. And get a great picture here. Okay.
You can. It's an honor moment. For you and
We got her in. All right.
Okay. Here goes. Here goes.
Thank you.
Great. Next, we have Ronald A. Asherman, United States Marine.
Oh,
Next, we have Roy E. Farmer, United States Navy, represented by his son David and his great-grandson Christopher.
안녕하세요.
Challenge queen here and certificate. Perfect.
And lastly, we have S. He Lee, United States Army. We don't have anyone present from the Coast Guard today, but they were very much a part of the Korean conflict and served under the U.S. Navy during times of war. Military veterans may salute if they'd like. Thank you. You may be seated.